45. The defensive end on the open side of the field got upfield and turned it inside. And once you turn those reverses inside, the chances they're being successful are not very good.
That's when you get a lot of help from that pursuing defense.
Here's another look at it. You'll see Robinson coming up on the outside to the right of your screen. Turns it inside and right into the pursuit. So consequently, it's a no-gainer.
The loss makes it 3rd and 10. Gundy. Complete to Corey Warren. Great catch. Corey Warren has been a factor so far as he went up above Willie Mack Garza for another spectacular grab. It's a first down and a 23-yard gain.
Here it is again. Here's Warren coming down. They have outside control on him. Now he's coming into that hole, and he put it up in the air, and he went up and got it. I think the way this game has started, we're going to see some excellent receptions because these receivers on both sides are good, and these fellas are putting the ball up there, giving them an opportunity to catch it.
That is Warren's 15th reception of the year. He's a junior out of Houston. 1st and 10 from the 42 of Oklahoma. Knocked away at the last second. Lance Gunn, the strong safety.
I think Gundy was trying to get away with one there. There was good coverage on both of those receivers that were split outside that tight end. It looks like we have a penalty here now, Steve. This is holding against the defense. You can see on this rerun if Gundy, the way the ball was thrown, had that defensive back jumped in front of it there, he could have gone all the way. However, we have a penalty. It's 1st down and 5 now. A defensive 5-yard holding penalty.
It moves the ball out to the Oklahoma 48. And the officials still conferring. Now they're going to move it a little farther.
Yeah, I think.
And there's John Makovic. This is the first time he has ever attended a Texas-Oklahoma game, and he has to do it coaching. It does give Oklahoma first down as they move it to the 47 of Texas. Duell Brewer across the 45 to about the 43 in the grasp of number 40, Robert Reed, the redshirt freshman linebacker out of Converse, Texas. Duell Brewer, a senior from Lawton, Oklahoma, does about everything for this team. Returns punts and kickoffs.
Well, it's very difficult for either one of these teams to run on the other defense.
And we may see the ball in the air here. 3 wide receivers on 2nd and 7. Gundy with a quick intercepted. Winfred Tubbs back to the 46. And Texas takes over. Winfred Tubbs' first interception of the year.
All right, here it is again with Cale Gundy going back to pass. The ball is tipped here by number 45, Bo Robinson. Picked off in the middle by Winfred Tubbs. And now Texas has the ball with good field position at the 46.
The Texas defense, which has figured so prominently in this game over the last few years, even when Oklahoma was favored, as the Sooners are today, comes up with a big turnover. And the Horns have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. We're tied at 7. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Gardere trying to set up a screen. All down. He gets back to the line of scrimmage in the grasp of Cedric Jones, number 57, a freshman out of Houston. Well, a reminder, next Saturday, ABC Sports will bring you another college football doubleheader at noon Eastern. Penn State hosts Boston College, or you'll see Auburn at Florida. And at 12 Pacific, UCLA takes on Washington State. Then at 3:30, the SEC game of the year, Tennessee and Alabama. And Tennessee beat today. In the Midwest, you'll see Michigan and Indiana. And on the West Coast, it'll be Cal and USC. Check your local listings for the game in your area. Big football doubleheader next Saturday here on ABC. Confusion now for the Longhorns as they can't get the right people in the game. And Texas asks for timeout. That stops the clock with 3:07 to go in the first quarter. It's a 7-7 tie here in the Cotton Bowl.
I got an 88 Chevrolet Silverado with 304,000 miles. I drive it to work 125 miles one way to work, 304,000 miles, still rolling.
This is a 1986 Chevrolet Scottsdale. The truck has now 577,000 miles on it. It always gives me my dollar when I needed my dollar.
Chevrolet, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Keep tires on it, keep gas in it, it'll go.
She's trapped by terrorists. Her only hope is a cook.
Oh, God, we're gonna die.
Steven Seagal, Tommy Lee Jones, an adventure that's this year's most exciting motion picture event, Under Siege, rated R. Now playing at a theater near you. Action.
Good morning. What's so good about a McDonald's breakfast? The hot food, the hot coffee.
You don't have to cook it. You know when you see me, you're gonna get a big smile. This is a great cup of coffee.
What you want is what you get.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the
look at her. She knows her stuff here.
In a world of constant change, there is one certainty. The financial strength of the rock. The Prudential Rock Solid.
Introducing the Goodyear Buy 3, Get the 4th Tire Free sale. Buy 3 Goodyear all-season radials, and you'll get the 4th tire free. Come on in, before they all disappear.
Here's a Texas-Oklahoma moment from 1982. Oklahoma running back Marcus Dupree scored on this 63-yard touchdown run that helped Oklahoma beat Texas 28-22. Oklahoma coach Barry Switzer said of the game, "It was the biggest relief of my coaching career." Bo, here's the screen they tried to set up, and there's a good reason why Gardere couldn't throw the ball.
Well, Gardere goes back to throw the screen, and he couldn't get it thrown. Number 78, Brockermeyer, is 10 yards downfield. He would have had to throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage. If he'd have thrown it across the line of scrimmage with Brockermeyer down there, it'd have been a penalty. So he scrambled with the ball.
Gardere is 3 of 5 so far, throwing the ball for 64 yards and a touchdown. We are in the waning moments of the first quarter. Texas, second down 10, the ball at their own 46. Curtis Jackson falling forward to midfield. Let's go back to John Saunders for another update.
Steve, the Ohio State Buckeyes with a chance to beat the Illini, but Tim Williams' field goal attempt from 44 yards sails wide. As a result, the Illini win and the Buckeyes lose for the second straight week in the conference.
Well, that's one of those ones where a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Is it ever?
Face down in the dirt. Gerald Crawford, number 37, in at running back for Texas. John McAvick emptying the bench as far as runners and receivers are concerned. And it's complete to Cosmo Palmieri, very close to a first down. Stopped immediately by number 44, Mario Freeman, and 42, Darius Johnson.
It's going to depend on that mark as to whether they got the first down or not. If they don't, then Coach McAvick's going to have to make a decision whether to go with extra short yardage on the 44-yard line.
They're going to measure, and it is enough for a first down by the half the length of the football. The Sooners now in Oklahoma territory, or really the Longhorns in Oklahoma territory at the Sooner 44.
Every play Texas runs is called by John McAvick on the sideline. He believes that he gets a feel for the game. He'd like to make the calls himself. He'll take information from the press box, but these plays are called by John McAvick.
Play action pass over the middle. Gardere complete to Duke. Duke run out of bounds inside the 15 by Malin Wesley, the free safety.
Here's that play again. Here's Dukes going down on a zone defense. on a crossing pattern. You can see the other receiver coming in front of him. And Gardere had enough time to sit in there and throw the ball. If you're going to play zone defense, you're going to let him stand back there. As long as he did there, he's going to complete a lot of passes.
It's a 32-yard gain to the Oklahoma 13, and another fine catch as the ball was a bit behind Derek Duke. Curtis Jackson running to the corner and just barely turning it. He stepped over the grasp of Drew Fistman, the strong safety, to get a couple of extra yards. He gains 4 down to the 9.
He didn't have a lot of blocking on the outside there, Steve, and if you're going to run laterally against Oklahoma, you better have some people out there to block because some Oklahoma defenders are going to be there.
You saw number 5. That's Brent Beecham. He's the backup quarterback, a senior, and he signals in the plays that John Makovic wants called. So he's right next to Makovic all day long.
I don't mean by that they'll run the play that he called, but the base of operation. Gardere has to call the plays depending on what Coach Makovic sends in there.
2nd and 6 from the 9. In and out of the hands of Pinckney. Lavelle Pinckney. What a story this freshman is. Darnell Walker had the coverage, and Pinckney just couldn't hold on.
He's a very impressive football player. You stand next to him, he looks bigger than 6'5", 222 pounds. But he can... Here's that play that he threw out to Pinckney into the sideline. There goes back, and the ball hit him right on the left shoulder pad. And the truth of the matter was that young receiver was looking to see who was coming instead of watching that ball into his hands.
Well, as big as he is, he's not going to get hurt probably anyway. But it is now 3rd and 6. Pinckney again. Very close to a first down near the 3. And again, it was Darnell Walker on the coverage for Oklahoma. And the officials call timeout because they got to unpile and take a look at it. It was 3rd and 6 from the 9. They needed to get just inside the 3-yard line. And they're going to measure again. Pinckney, out of Washington, D.C., makes no bones about the fact, Bo, that when he was a young teenager, he sold drugs. Life was headed in the wrong direction, and his high school football coach persistently going after him finally got him to come out. It turned his life around.
You know, that's a story that you hear often about high school coaches and how important they are to the young men that they coach. And this story is no different than a lot of others throughout the country. And if this youngster turns out to be the type of person that they think, college football has done him a great service.
And Lavelle Pinckney will go out at wide receiver now as they put some big hosses in there. And they're going to go for it on 4th down, and about, it appeared to be 9 or 10 inches to go.
It looks like it's a lot less than 1. There's no question about that.
Jackson and Crawford are the running backs. Crawford hit behind the line of scrimmage by Reggie Barnes.
Reggie Barnes. You can look at the defensive chart on the far side of the picture. If that tight end was supposed to come down on Barnes, Barnes beat him to the chart. If he wasn't offside, he got off that ball as quickly as I've ever seen a guy get off the ball.
He was probably head up on the running back man for man. That's all he had to do, and he blasted through there to drop Crawford for a loss back to the 7 on 4th down and inches. So the Sooners, with a big play from Reggie Barnes, take over on downs. 1st and 10. We remain tied at 7 with 1:23 to go in the first quarter. There's some defense for you.
That was a great defensive charge. You know, everybody, when you have that little to go, you want to run for the ball. But I don't like to do it without a lead back, because you get penetration with a guy like that and it's all over. If you had a lead back in there, he could have brushed him, probably got the ball carry up inside, maybe dive for the first down. But whatever that quarterback saw, he checked to the left side and brought that extra blocker over there.
Kenyon Rashid and Ernest Williams in the backfield behind Cale Gundy. Rashid, maybe a yard is all. Bo Robinson, number 45, is there. A reminder that at the conclusion of today's game, we'll be selecting a Chevrolet Most Valuable Player for the game from each team, and for the 22nd year through the Chevrolet Scholarship